All right, so here we are at the Burritt Room, Union Square, right here at the Mystic Hotel. Josh, thanks for having us in.
Welcome in. Thanks for coming.
Before we get started, though, we always like to learn a little bit about the bartender, the mixologist. What was your background? What got you into the bar business?
Well, I was the first job I ever got. It was 1993, and I was 13, and I was a barback. And I'm from a very small town where they encourage child labor. And yeah, so I was a barback, and ever since then I've been in the restaurant business, either full-time or part-time. Got into the really craft part of the bartending game about 7 years ago when it first started coming up.
Right.
With the bar smarts and the folks from New York that kind of led that.
Right, as the explosion kind of started too.
Yeah, I jumped right on because I'd already been bartending for a while, and I was getting complacent and you know, tired of making vodka Red Bulls.
So you've literally seen kind of this whole evolution occur for craft cocktails.
Yeah.
Over the past several years.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
What's been your take on it? What do you see here in San Francisco? What's happening on the streets here with craft cocktails?
Well, you know, it's a seasoned market, and it's great. We have openings all the time. Every year, I feel like, you know, roughly 10, give or take, cocktail bars are opening.
Right.
It's great to see the craft thing happening in all the other markets as well, but here it's massive and it's great.
So let's talk about the cocktails we're going to make. What are you going to open up with today?
I'm going to open up with a sour, citrus-driven cocktail.
Okay.
Tequila based, and we're going to add a little bit of heat to it. Nice simple background of Serrano heat. Name of the cocktail is called Poquito Picante.
Like
Slightly spicy and refreshing.
I love it. Let's bring it on.
This is the Poquito Picante.
All right.
Please enjoy.
I like it. All right, so an interesting tequila, great mix, and a little bit of the, is it Serrano?
So on the garnish, I got a Fresno. Okay. In the mix here, I have the house Serrano tincture.
All right.
This is the liquid fire here that I just put 2 drops.
Wow, yeah, that's a good one. So that's interesting. This is a tequila drink, and it almost has a mezcal feel to it.
Yeah.
Is that because of the...
It's just because of the heat and all the green flavors.
Okay.
Yeah, you're not going to get any smoky, but definitely that green that you get in all the mezcals.
Right.
And that's what we love. We love grassy, herbaceous green in the cocktail flavor.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Big balance in it. We're looking for a little bit of that heat on the finish.
Yeah, and it's perfect. Well balanced. It's a thin cocktail too. I mean, you can drink this like Kool-Aid.
That's the idea.
Ooh, that would be a little tough on me. What makes you, when you put a cocktail together, choosing the spirit? You know, there's lots of tequila out there. There's lots of gins and rums.
Certainly.
What are the things that you look for in a spirit that really kind of says that's the one?
Yeah, it's, you know, any range from medium to high end, and you really want to be able, for tequila, for instance, you want to be able to taste the grassiness behind all the mix. So you want a powerful spirit. For gin, we love using Navy strength. We don't want to lose the spirit. We want the spirit to take the stage.
Right. I like that too.
So the bigger the better, you know, and good quality flavor as well.
Right on, right on. All right, so that's a nice one. What are we going to look at next?
All right, I'm going to go into a stirred cocktail here, and we call them spiritus, driven by rye, and we're gonna make it real dry. You know, the flavors for everyone is going real dry now.
Perfect.
All right, cheers. Who done it?
How do you come up with these names?
That was well. It's kind of like it was both my friend and I. You know, mostly my friend. So it's kind of depends who you talk to exactly.
That's good. You done it. Oh yeah, that's great. It's a great drink.
Yeah. So we're going that dry Manhattan way instead of the sweet, which would add a lot more sugar. We're using dry vermouth.
Yeah, that is, and I like the way that you know, you're bringing in all those different flavors, especially the cherry. I like that.
Yeah.
You can feel that in there, and the rye. You know, still very solid.
Yeah, spiritus. The backbone is there. Yeah. The rye base is there.
You know, that's something that's kind of unique that we've seen in a lot of bars. Sometimes they try to hide that spirit so much, whether it's intentional or not. I like your attitude of bringing the spirit forward, really letting it kind of do its own thing. All right, so the third drink, what are we looking at?
Well, I'm going to go with savory. So we went with the citrus. We're going to go with our spiritus, and then my last. This is the way it's broken down on my menu is savory. So
okay.
in the savory realm, we're talking nutty, umami.
Wow.
We're doing salty. We're doing things that are very low sugar, vinegar for sure.
Perfect.
So this one is going to be a slightly vinegar bright flavor.
Perfect. Let's get to it. All right, Josh, so let's talk through this drink a little bit deeper about the ingredients. So first thing was the pickled radish.
Yes, sir.
All right, so why the pickled radish?
So a house pickled radish, and you're going to want to really get the bright and the sour vinegar
right
against the slightly sweet. Remember, I put the Dolin Blanc in there? That's going to be a nice contrast with the sweet of the Dolin Blanc.
I like that. Okay, so savory side of menu on this one.
Yes.
The pepper, why? Okay, so again, the pepper, this is a completely different approach toward a martini.
Right.
And really going with, I like this.
We're trying to season it with basically vinegar and a little bit of heat.
Right.
And the flavor from the black pepper as well, and the pink pepper.
What brought the vinegar into the mix?
It's really to brighten it up and to add that savory element that really pairs well with food.
Right.
So, for instance, if you had this with many different foods, but something that comes to mind right now is like a pork loin or pork belly, for instance.
Okay.
And it's kind of really sweet and fatty.
Right.
And you want to kind of cut it with the acidity from the vinegar.
Nice.
So
yeah,
very food friendly.
Yeah, I'm a martini drinker, and sometimes I kind of get a little bit bored with the martini, but you still love it.
Right.
It's one of those that
it's clean. It's clean.
It's just the drink.
Sure.
But I think this would be one that I'd go to quite often.
Yeah.
It's got that savory feel. Definitely a great mix. This is awesome. Nice touch. Perfect blend. Great with food, I think.
Yeah.
What you guys are trying to do here at Burritt Room. Thanks a lot, Josh, for having us in, man. Cheers to you on this one.
Cheers.